Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Dragon's Lair in Columbia, Maryland, where the Howard Community College Dragons, ranked number 3 in the NJCAA Division II, will take on the Arundel Riverhawks. These two teams have been known as traditional rivals throughout the years, as both were a couple of the top teams in Division III for Region 20. Howard, however, has moved up to Division II, so they are in different divisions now, but we will rekindle the rivalry here on the field at Howard Community College. Dragons come to this game at a beautiful 6-0 record, practically unblemished, having given up only 2 goals all season long. And we're just here on Tuesday against Hagerstown Community College, where they won 8-0. And Arundel, on the other hand, they come in at 0-3. They lost to the Hagerstown earlier in the year. And we are underway here as the Dragons will get control first. Kick it right to the corner to Becca Harriets. That ball will be hit out, and just 10 seconds of the game, Howard already has their first corner kick. That will be Maddie Nichols, number 6, going to the corner to take it. The Dragons sticking with the same starting lineup that they had on Tuesday in that win against Hagerstown. That header by Hatmaker just goes wide of the net. And Arundel is first to and cleared out by Morgan Dooley, only as far as Celia Jackson, as Howard continues to go with that back three, a 3-5-2 with Jackson, Janusz, and Stubbs playing from left to right. The 3-5-2 includes the 5 midfielders with Stangerlin, Nauman, Hatmaker, Nichols, and Harriets from left to right. And then, Zubak, because Nichols is starting at the forward position next to Lily Scott. For Anne Arundel, looks like they're going with a 4-3-3 formation, but all 11 players are behind the ball at the moment. So I would imagine it's going to be a 4-3-3 with a little bit of a defensive mindset to it. Kicked ahead, but right back in by Howard. Scott gets around a defender, tries to play through Stangerlin. Stangerlin first 2 shot, goal! Just like that, Howard's on the board. What a pass by Lily Scott to set Stangerlin through. And Stangerlin beautifully finds the bottom corner of the net. Howard with the early lead. Dragons goal, scored by number 2, Talia Stangerlin. Assisted by number 9, Lillian Scott. And Arundel will try to rebound from that early goal they just gave up. Ball played forward, and Janish is called for the foul as she tripped up Argabright. Long ball forward by Dooley. Finds Argabright. Left off. I believe that is Elizabeth Chalk Ramirez, and she will win a throw-in for her team. Trevane lays it off to Dooley. A shove in the back by Ramirez, and that is going to be a foul against Anne Arundel, as Janish did a good job of boxing out the Anne Arundel player and drawing the foul. Anne Arundel in their all blue uniforms, they are going to the goal on the right on your screen, and Dragons in their home white with the gold trim going to the goal on the left. Janish with a long ball over the top. Nichols is through. Nichols takes it to the corner. Left-footed cross is knocked away, and a good defense there by Chloe Augustin. Stangerlin picks it up for Howard, and she will play it back to her defensive line as they look to switch the field. Janish will try the long ball to the corner, hunting for Harriet, but just a little bit too much on that play. As I mentioned before, Anne Arundel comes to the game at 0-3. They have lost to Hagerstown 5-3, Essex 8-0, and Southern Maryland 11-2. The leading scorer on Anne Arundel, Tori Minig, she's got 2 goals in the year, with Argabright, Erica Jackson, and Alexis Arias, each with 1. Anne Arundel as a team are only averaging a little over 8 shots per game. Howard, on the other hand, comes in with a staggering 25 shots per game, more than tripling their opponents on average. Howard, of course, also averaging 4 goals a game. Stangerlin tries to keep it in, but it is out. Good play by her to play to the whistle, but it did go just over the sideline. Excuse me. Howard is averaging 31 shots per game. The numbers for Howard are just staggering across the board. 61 corner kicks they've earned, have only given up 5. Stangerlin runs past Dooley. She's through. Passes to the middle, finds Nichols. Nichols, a touch inside. Left-footed shot. Didn't have a whole lot on it, but it is eventually saved by Sarah Ward. Ward, the veteran goalkeeper for Anne Arundel out of Edgewater, Maryland, standing 5'10" tall. Howard is very well familiar of her abilities. That will go out of bounds. It'll be an Anne Arundel throw, and that will allow them to make a couple substitutions. Entering the game for the Riverhawks, number 22, Erica Jackson, and number 25, Alexis Arias. Howard plays it all the way back to Haley Murray, who occasionally will go long stretches of games without getting a whole lot of action. She has given up 2 goals this season, but has 4 shutouts, a .34 goal allowed average, with an 89% save percentage. She continues to show that she is one of the best goalkeepers, not only in the region, but perhaps in the country. And Arundel plays it through Arias. Across the middle by Samantha Kelly. And another foul is called on the Riverhawks. Murray. Low line drive, tries to find Nauman. Unable to cut it down. Stangerlin hits it off Dooley, but Dooley able to keep it in, plays a through ball, but no teammates there. Jackson, plenty of space to run onto. Plays a through ball, stopped by Nichols. What a through ball in for Scott, but just a little too much, and Ward is able to collect. But you could see the idea Nichols had, and it was a beauty. Punted away by Ward. Nauman traps it down. And Arundel takes control, and a misplay there by Arias. And Dragons will be able to make a substitution as they will welcome back Tessa Sonati to the lineup. Entering the game for the Dragons, number 3, Tessa Sonati. So Sonati, who had missed the last few games for Howard, is happily welcomed back into the squad, just making the Dragons that much deeper with the talent that they have on this roster. And that will be hit out for a corner kick. And once again, it will be Nichols to take it. Nichols has magic in that right foot of hers. She typically likes to put it right near the opposing goalie, right in the box, and she will do just that. Makes it very uncomfortable. Almost goes in the goal, blocked off the line by Anna Arundel. And that is why you put a defender on the back post, ladies and gentlemen, because if not for Sophie Lieberman, that ball was going in the net. Hatmaker. Fancy footwork, goes into double coverage, and referee says no foul. They're taken away cleanly. Hatmaker stays with it. She is tenacious on the ball. Minig tries to get it out and just hits it out of bounds for a throw-in. Scott hits it off Minig, and it's going to be another corner kick, the third one of the game for Howard. And you can see how Howard really does just manage to rack up those corner kicks. This time it's going to be Nichols again going for an outswinger, but watch for her to keep it real close. Hits it to about the penalty spot, headed away nicely by Arias. Howard keeps it in. Hadmaker will try a long shot, blocked by her teammate. Still awkward, and it will eventually be hit out, at least for the meantime. And Anne Arundel was forced to just hit it out of bounds once again, struggling to get it out of their own half. Jackson finds Nauman, back to Jackson. Crosses the middle. Scott trying to get control. Good defense by Anne Arundel, but Scott wins it back. Zubak and Kelly clash. It's Zubak who comes out on top. Harriet's kind of slid under. Collision there between a few players still playing. Harriet across the middle. Nauman hits a shot under it, and the lob wedge will sail over the crossbar for a goal kick. Good play by Howard. Everything seemed to go in the way that they were hoping to, except for that very last part where Nauman just got her foot under it a little bit too much. Anne Arundel plays it short. Across to Jackson. Good bit of passing there by Anne Arundel, but that one does not hit the mark. Zubak plays it through to Scott. Scott is offsides, however, and a collision between the goalkeeper and the Howard player. Ward with a nice play to snag it, but perhaps nobody had noticed that the referee's flag on the far side was up for an offsides. We will play on. Long punt by Ward, controlled by the Dragons. Sonati with room to run on the outside. Scott, and this time the referee will see it again that it is offsides on Lily Scott. It's a good thought on the diagonal run, just couldn't quite hold it as Anne Arundel played a good high line to get the offside trap. This is Morgan Dooley once again. She'll lift one over the midfield of Howard, but Argabright unable to control it. Nauman plays a long through ball. Nicholas trying to run onto it. Ward comes way out of her goal and kicks it away. Erica Jackson wins it back for Anne Arundel. Played wide on the far side. Evangelista finds Jackson. Anne Arundel trying to get some build-up play, and they will get a throw-in in the offensive half. And that will allow Anne Arundel to make a couple more substitutions.
Entering the game for the Riverhawks, number 7, Elizabeth Chance, and number 16, Maria Ward.
So Chance and Ward go into the game for Anne Arundel, with Argabright and Trevane getting a break. Long ball. Lily Scott is trying to run onto it. Scott is the first one to it. Dooley trying to cut her off. Scott still got it shot on the near post, and it can't quite find the net. Scott tried to curl it around Ward, and just couldn't quite get as much as she wanted.
Entering the game for the Dragons. Number 2, Talia Stengerlin.
So Stengerlin will go back into the game for Howard, with Becca Harriet's getting her first break of the game. As I mentioned before, Howard now with a whole lot of depth, especially at that outside midfield position. We'll be able to keep those players fresh. Speaking of which, Sonati gets a great chance right at the top of the 18-yard box, and it goes right to Ward, who makes the save. Sonati, first 2 on the punt, trying to get around Augustine. Ward, it looked like it went off of Ward's foot, and referee disagrees. They go give it to Arundel. Ward standing at 6'0", definitely stands out on that field. Dooley with the long hit up. Ward with a big header forward, but it will go out of bounds for a throw-in. Jackson plays it back to Janish. Switch of the field as Josie Stubbs has acres of space in front of her. Sonati on the near side begging for the ball. Janish sees her. What a ball by Janish as it just checks up perfectly for her. Sonati, first touch towards goal, takes a shot, and that will curl wide of the goal, never really giving it much of a chance. And Howard will make another substitution.
Entering the game for the Dragons. Number 21, Juliana Hill.
So Hill will go in with Lily Scott being sent to the bench. As Howard just trying to utilize that strength and depth that they have, especially at the top. And it's a nice luxury to have, knowing that when you're playing a 3-player back line, those 3 really don't need any substitutions all game long. They're steadfast. So it allows the Dragons to just rotate in those midfielders and forwards, keep them fresh, and keep them making those bombing runs that have been so effective. Speaking of which, Stengerlin, who just went back in, she's full of energy, trying to win the ball from a few Arundel Riverhawks, and it is the ladies in blue who get it forward. Jackson looking forward, trying to find someone to pass to. I think she was going for Ward on the backside, but it was blocked by Hatmaker, and a collision there as Zubak will be called for the foul. And she will get a slight lecturing by the referee in the meantime. Jackson standing over the ball. Long kick all the way into the box, headed to the outside by Janish, and Stubbs will just clear it out. Hit into the box, knocked away by Nauman. Howard could counter here, but a nice play from the Riverhawks as Tori Minig is able to try to stop that. Howard will try a second time. Jackson hits Snotty on the backside. Not quite what she was going for. Probably trying to play her through, but it does go by way of Howard. Hill's got some room to run in behind, but Dooley able to head away the throw-in. Jackson wins the 50-50 ball. Hill played on through. She's onside. Hill takes a touch towards goal. Left-footed shot. Saved by Ward. Ward whiffs on the attempt to control the punt. Minig picks up her head. Plays over to Arias. Arias tries to play Ward through. Cut out by Jackson. Snotty plays Jackson on the overlap. Now Howard's got a good chance here. Hill played on through. What a ball by Jackson. Hill trying to get control. She does get it. Plays a pass to the middle. Finds Stengerlin on the backside. Stengerlin will try a lofted shot. And that one will go over the goal as well for a goal kick. A good thought by Stangerlin. Coach Seagroves will never complain about her players taking a shot. Imagine she would just want her player to get over the ball a little bit more and hit a line drive. Short free kick by Ward. Nauman, first one to Hill. Plays to the middle. Nichols couldn't quite get there on time. She'll try to chase it down. And Nichols will actually play that one off of Minig. Zubak heads the throw in right back to Nichols. She'll cross it in to the back post. Hatmaker with the header. That one goes wide. Ball stays inbound. Sonati. Beautiful play around Ward. Keeps it in. Sonati with the cross in. Harriet tries the volley shot. That's just falling around the Riverhawks goal box, and it's going to be Jackson who's clears it out. Another dangerous chance for Howard. Anne Arundel survives. Harriet to Stangerlin. Excuse me, that was Nichols, but Stangerlin with the crossover to Hill. And Ward comes out. "20 minutes of play in, and we are seeing what the Dragons have really seen all year is a one-sided game. 13 shots, 6 on goal for Howard. No shots for Anne Arundel. Howard playing some beautiful triangle passing there. Hatmaker gets tripped up from behind by Jackson. Foul is called. Janish. She's got a big leg. She'll probably try to play this one over the top, and she does just that. What a ball through, but Ward was all over that one as she caught the one hop and cut out the danger. Ward slices the punt. Sonati comes first too. She just kicks it back to the center of the zone. Minnick. And that's not controlled well by Chance. Given away by Hatmaker. Now it's Minnick again. Minnick gets bumped off the ball. Stays up on her feet. Jackson tries to play through Kelly on the far side and cleared out by the Dragons. Now it's the Dragons coming the other way. Stangerlin. Stangerlin hits it through. Hill's in on goal. Her first touch is away from goal. Dooley trying to get it out of play. Still trying. Hill able to keep it. No, it goes out, and I don't believe she touched it. And a good play, good call by the referee to say that it is Howard's throw-in. And another substitution will be made. Entering the game for the Dragons, number 14, Anna Burns. So Burns comes in as Sonati will get a break. Good play from her by the on the left-handed side, and again, just mentioning that the Dragons have that ability to keep rotating out their wing midfielders. Unlike most levels of soccer, especially at the collegiate level, NJCA does allow for unlimited substitutions, which is a huge advantage for those teams that have the depth to be able to do so. Stangerlin didn't quite get all of that pass and is taken away. Kelly fighting for it, and Kelly just ends up booting it to the middle of the field. Janish plays it wide. Howard has some opportunity for the switch. Hill, and Hill is offside. A good play by Nichols, but couldn't quite see that her teammate was behind the line. And Arundel continues to play that offside trap, and it has been working. Dooley hits it up for Arias. Tries to chest it down. Howard takes control of Zubak. Asking for her teammates to make a run. Zubak gets hit off the ball, and it is going to be a foul called on Anna Arundel. You can see her signaling to her forward, Hill, asking her to make some kind of a run there. This will be Janish once again, who will try to chip it over the defensive line. Get some good backspin on that one. And a great volley by Kelly to keep it out of the danger zone. Arias and Nauman. Arias wins it out. Dooley. And Dooley will just hit it towards midfield under pressure from Nauman. Long ball forward by Stubbs. Burns will run onto it. It's a foot race between Burns and Lieberman. Lieberman wins out as she hits it out of play safely. And we'll see if the referee will allow substitutions as both teams are waiting, but now those subs will be allowed in. Entering the game for the Riverhawks, number 10, Skylar Trevane, and number 13, Morgan Argabright. For the Dragons, number 5, Rebecca Harriet. So Juliana Hill will be the one that will take a seat on the bench, as Burns will stay up top with Nichols and Harriet sliding into the left side of the midfield. Long kick up. The Dragon fan there on the grandstand did a good job of at least keeping it and waves his hat in celebration. He was able to keep it from going into the parking lot. Not quite a clean catch, so we can't do the traditional Oreo thing of saying give that fan a contract, but at least he'll be under consideration. Nichols gets past the entire Riverhawks defense, tries to cut inside, and a good play recovery by Augustin. And it'll be a Dragons corner kick. And Arundel will bring all 11 players into the box to defend this one. Nichols looks at Janish at the top of the box, ends up putting it into the middle. Ball still squirting around, nobody, and it looks like Burns was the one who had a chance at it. And bit of a swing and a miss, couldn't quite connect on that. Ward able to pounce on top of it before any Dragons were able to hit it into her net. Argabright makes a nice turn on Harriets, gets it wide to Dooley on the overlap. And Arundel now with an opportunity, tries to play in Argabright. And Janish, again, shields her off the ball. Allows Murray to get control. Murray, she's got a big boot herself and then puts it on display as that one will bounce right to Nichols' foot. Nauman wins out, plays it through to Nichols. Nichols, and it's Minnick who is able to chase it down and hit it out. And Arundel's got some good speed on that defensive line and is really saving them on these through balls by Howard. As they are chasing down some fast players and preventing real good shots that would come out of these long ball plays. Janish will decide to take a run inside. Still Janish gets through, tries to pass it to Burns, taken away by Lieberman. Kelly saves it for Anne Arundel. Cuts it inside on Stubbs. Stangerlin, good job of checking back. Howard had both of their forwards offsides in that play. Actually, we're lucky to have Anne Arundel play that. And once again, Dooley tries to play it to the outside. This time it's Trevane who could not keep it in. Harriet has it hit off of her shin. Nauman first to it, plays in Nichols. Nichols a little bit heavy on the touch on the turn, and a foul is called as Nichols came down on the foot of Lieberman. Good catch by the referee, as it was accidental, but Nichols did definitely catch the ankle of Lieberman. Jackson gets it to Trevane. Dooley and Arundel trying to set up their triangle passing. And that one is just given away by Augustin. Hatmaker tries to play long. Jackson blocks it. Will try to chase it down, and Janish will just play it back to her keeper. Murray in that bright neon pink goalie uniform. Zubak through ball. Nichols, the flag is staying down. Nichols in on goal. Nichols shot. It's a goal! Madeline Nichols, the star forward of the Dragons, but give all of the credit in the world to Madison Zubak for a perfect through ball that just checked up for Nichols. Perfect timing as well. And Dragons now will take a 2-0 lead. Dragons goal
Scored by number 6, Madeline Nichols. Assisted by number 4, Madison Zubak.
Nauman. And this time Nichols is offsides. Referee's calling over and back on Nichols. I don't know if that was possible for how hard that ball was kicked, but offsides is called. Long ball by Nauman. Tries to find Burns. Played out, and it's once again Howard on the offensive. 30 minutes in. Have to say, Anne Arundel is doing a really good job keeping the Dragons' potent offense down. But it is just an unrelenting force that the Dragons bring on the offensive side. Harriet fights through on the second try. Hatmaker cuts it back, knocked away by Dooley. Anne Arundel's going to try to counter. Argabright cuts it back a second time, tries to play it through Hatmaker, and just no teammates to go to. It looked like she had help coming, just couldn't quite hold it up long enough to do it. Murray, what a ball to Harriet. Now it's Howard again on the run. Nichols, she's onside, played to the corner. Nichols tries to get around Lieberman. She does. Nichols is in on goal. Touches in. What a save by Ward, who kicks it away at the last second. Nichols with a fantastic run down the left-hand side. And it was just between her and Ward sticks the foot out, makes herself big, and kicks it away. It will be a corner kick for Howard. Nichols again plays it right on that 6-yard box, headed backwards by Anne Arundel, and the referees are saying that Burns got a touch on it just to get it out of play, and substitutions for both teams.
Entering the game for the Riverhawks, number 19, Elizabeth Chalk Ramirez. And for the Dragons, number 3, Tessa Sinati.
So Sinati replaces Stangerlin on the right side of the midfield line. And for Anne Arundel, Chalk Ramirez will take over for Lieberman. A foul is called on Anne Arundel. And once again, Janish will work her way up with a good opportunity to put this into the box. Janish puts it high right at Ward, though, and Ward is able to grab it, perhaps a little bit too close to the Anne Arundel goal. Anne Arundel, quick punt, trying to get Arias through. Arias still fighting through it, but Murray will be able to clear it out. Now Howard might have a chance on the other side. Nauman, Hatmaker, with pressure behind her. Anne Arundel's defense really stepping up to a high line, and it's just keeping that Dragons forward line a little off balance as they have to step backwards just to stay on sides. Ward punts it to the middle, and a late foul is called. I believe Minnick caught Nauman there after the play. And once again, Janish will get another try to put this into the box. Janish spins it back. Nichols tries to get a touch on it, and Ward will be able to collect that. I believe Nichols did actually get a toe poke to just try to redirect it a little bit. Ward used those big bear paws to collect it. Hatmaker heads it forward, and that will be tapped out by Dooley, and Dragons will get the throw in and will be able to make a sub. Entering the game. Entering the game for the Dragons, number 9, Lily Scott. So Scott returns into the game as she will take over on the front line for Burns. Nauman wins it away. She's got room to run. She passes it through to Sonati just a little bit too hard, as just not able to get a hold of that one was Sonati, who tried to make the run through on the diagonal. Ward punts it, but right to Sonati. Once again, Howard is first too. And it will be out for an Anne Arundel throw-in. Riverhawks sticking with their 4-3-3 formation, even though they are struggling to really get it to their front line. This time it is Arias who gets it to Kelly right on cue. Excuse me, that's Argabright on the far side, and Argabright and Janish were going at it. Argabright put her shoulder into Janish, and a foul is called on the lady in blue. Anne Arundel showing signs of putting pressure on Howard, but not quite able to come up with a shot as of yet. Mentioned before, our Dragons are almost at full strength. Their only scratch for today is their freshman forward, Yassine Kamara. It's just a minor injury. If this were a playoff game, I imagine she would be out there, but just trying to take things easy. And that's just not a good call by the referee, as Nichols started her run on her own half. Referee calls her offsides, and you can hear Coach Kate Seagroves showing her disagreement with the call, we'll say. And she has every right to be so. We have perfect angle here at midline and could see that that was not the right call. Play will continue. This time, Anne Arundel will have the chance to kick it into the box. Jackson hits it in, but Anne Arundel just not able to get there in time. Hatmaker plays it off the back of Chalk Ramirez. Second try to Scott. And Scott is taken down. Foul is called. And referee blows his whistle to stop the clock. And I don't know. And And he will have a conversation with his assistant referee on the far side. And have to wonder if this is because of dissent, as he will go talk to Madeline Nichols, who clearly is still upset about that offsides call. And it will ultimately just be a discussion, nothing more. Long ball through. Lily Scott hits it around Ward. Scott puts it in the goal. Lily Scott makes it 3 for the Dragons. And give the assist to CJ Janish for that long free kick through ball that Scott was just able to run through on. Howard leads 3-0.
Dragons goal, scored by number 9, Lillian Scott. Assisted by number 12, Claire Janish.
Dragons right back at it as Jackson played Harriet's in, and Harriet's hits it high of the net. For Howard now, that was their 18th shot, 10 on goal. As they continue to put a barrage on that net, Ward has come up with 6 saves for Anne Arundel. But it's so much that the Dragons are able to do. Taken away now, Anne Arundel. They'll try to counter. Minnig, she's got some energy to burst. She's going through a sliding hit by Janish as she is able to play it out. And that is why they have CJ Janish as the last line of defense, because she is as reliable as they get. Scott comes all the way back from the front line, able to block that cross in. Played through into Howard's box, and Janish will just make the safe play to boot it out. That hit by Wall deflected off of Sonati, and it will be another throw in for Anne Arundel. Just 5 minutes remaining. Everything really going Howard's way. Anne Arundel trying to change that momentum. Minnig knocked away by Hatmaker. Good clean tackle by her, and now Howard's going to try to go on the counter, but Jackson stopped that one real quick. Hit ahead. Janish collision with Kelly, and a foul is called on Kelly. And Janish looks like she might have taken an elbow, and she is down. Referee will signal for a stoppage of play. We'll take a quick break too. Injury timeout. Play will resume here, and unfortunate moment for Howard as their star defender, CJ Janish, was helped off the field. So, wishing all the best to her health. Juliana Hill has replaced her on the field, and Howard now looks like they're going to go to more of a back four without Janish in there. That's kind of the way it goes. You kind of need two players to replace how good of a player she is, with Zubak and Hatmaker playing on the back line. Great tackle there by the Arundel left back, I believe that was. Taken back as Sonati didn't give up on the play. And foul was called on Howard for reasons unknown. Referee looked even a little confused as to what he was calling there, as he just blew his whistle, looked around for a second, pointing in a couple different directions, then ultimately gave it to Arundel. Jackson, long ball through. Little bit of unease there on the Howard back line. Murray with a laser beam of a kick. Hit right back in. Arundel. They're sensing blood, and a push from behind as Argabright just took out Hatmaker. And the referee will be right on top of that one to tell her to calm down just a bit. Hatmaker also appears to be replacing Janish, and long free kicks. Plays it wide to a wide open Harriets. Harriets looking to play through the corner. Dooley gets in front of her. Long cross in. Headed on by Scott. Snotty's in. Passes the middle. Hill shot. Goal! What a play by the Dragons. That's just a team goal right there, as Juliana Hill is the one to finish it off. But passes by Lily Scott and Tessa Sonati really set that one up. And Dragons now with a 4-0 lead. Dragons goal.
Scored by number 21, Juliana Hill. Assisted by number 9, Lillian Scott, and number 3, Tessa Sonati.
So Hill gets the goal. Scott and Snotty with the dual assist. And Dragons now well in command of this game. I was mentioning about 20 minutes ago how Arundel was doing just a fantastic job in holding Howard down, but perhaps the fatigue of just defending for an entire half straight really wears on them. Still trying to get it forward. Chalk Ramirez plays it long. Minig trying to get through Hatmaker. Hatmaker fights through a couple Riverhawks and able to get it forward. What a play. Arundel right back at it. Arias plays it long. Zubak under pressure. Just played a little slow. Dooley will try to play it long, but Lieberman had to come back onside before being able to play it. Lieberman now closes down on Jackson to the corner, and that will be hit out for a goal kick with less than a minute remaining. Give credit to Howard Community College Athletic Director Aaron Foley, running balls on the sideline today, showing off the cannon too and getting that ball over to Murray. Gotta love seeing an athletic director able to just do it all for the team. Even showed off her training skills earlier as Harriet hits it forward. Nauman has the ball taken off of her, and that will be the last play of the first half. Halftime here in Columbia, Maryland. Dragons ahead 4-0. We'll take a quick break and take a look at the halftime stats after this intermission. Second half underway here in Columbia, Maryland. The Dragons ahead 4-0. And just like that, Scott will hit it over to Stangerlin, and Dragons score again. 27 seconds into the second half, and Howard adds to their lead. Just a great through ball, and Scott makes the unselfish play to pass it across around goalkeeper Sarah Ward, who was coming charging to try to cut it off. Dragons goal, scored by number 2, Talia Stangerlin, assisted by number 9, Lillian Scott. So Howard now ahead 5-0, and really just trying to get control of this game in their final regular season game of the season, and their final home game until the playoffs. And a foul is called on Stangerlin as it appeared that Augustin went down on the play. The Dragons will be the number 1 seed going into the Region 20 Division 2 tournament in a year where the higher seed will host the Region 20 games. And that means that all roads to the district tournament will run through Columbia. Stangerlin off to the races again. She's getting pushed from behind, still going. Stangerlin stays on her feet, shot just wide of the net. And Stangerlin really starting to impose her will in this game. Howard will host the semifinals of that Regional 20 tournament on Thursday, May 13th. And if they win in the semifinals, we'll take on whoever wins the other semifinal in the championship game on Saturday, May 15th. Nichols plays it through to Nauman. Nauman plays wide to Harriets. What a great ball that was. Harriets tried to cross. That's blocked. And knocked away by Trevane. Stubbs puts it back in. Scott into the corner. Nichols. What a cross there. Chested down. Shot off the crossbar for Nauman and over the cage. And the referee's saying that actually it was tipped away by Ward, so we'll give a save to Arundel goalkeeper. And it will be a Howard corner kick for Madeline Nichols. Nauman pinged the crossbar on that one, had force onto that shot. This one chipped up into the air, right into the middle of the box, headed by Scott, and that will go wide for a goal kick. So many dangerous corner kicks into the box, and Howard really has not been able to capitalize on them the way they would like to. This year for the NJCAA, the Region 20 winner and runner-up will both advance to the district tournament, where they will face the winner of the Region 10 from North and South Carolina, as well as Region 19, which represents Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey, for a 4-team district tournament and an automatic bid to the national tournament in Evans, Georgia on the line. Played through by Nauman. Stangerlin is through on goal again. Stangerlin trying to fight off Dooley's shot. Saved by Ward, who came off her line beautifully to knock it away. Ward saw the danger coming and cut off the angle. This left-footed shot by Nichols is long and saved by Ward again. Ward is just starting to pad her save numbers. She's having a really strong second half. Long punt, and Hatmaker will play it back to Murray, and who slices the clearance, and that will go out of bounds for an Arundel throw. Shock Ramirez tries to play to the middle. Hatmaker boots it away. And the Dragons forwards have came back to play some defense, and there's nobody there as an outlet. Shock Ramirez will hit it straight up into the air, mortar shot. Tries it again, her signature move. And this one will be cleared out by Stubbs. Nichols tripped up from behind. Clock has stopped. And I believe we will have our first card of the game, as Alexis Arias took out Nichols. Yellow card. Yellow card. Yellow card to Arundel, number 25, Alexis Arias. Entering the game for the Riverhawks, number 17, Beatrice Evangelista. So Evangelista will replace Arias, and Howard on the ensuing free kick is called for offside, as Scott was just over the defensive line. Long kick ahead by Jackson. Kelly scoops it forward. Good play there by Minnick, trying to get past Howard. Blocked off by Argabright, and Jackson cleans up the danger. Nichols plays 1-2 with Sonati. Sonati, that's on through. She's onside this time. Stangerlin, just Stangerlin, nobody else around. She'll take a shot, and that sails over the net as she was trying to hunt for that top corner and couldn't keep it under the bar. And Arundel continuing to try to play that high defensive line, and that time they got caught. And frankly, they are fortunate to not have been scored again on that one. Jackson will play it deep. Played forward by Nauman. Nichols to Scott, and that one just a little too heavy. Ward will pick it up. One hop to Hatmaker, who heads it forward. Played forward again. Stangerlin is onside. Sonati played her through. Stangerlin tries again. Stangerlin shot. This time she finds the top of the net and in for a goal. It was coming, as Talia Stangerlin has just been dominating in this second half, and Arundel cannot contain her. Sonati with the assist on a well-weighted through ball, and Howard now had 6-0. Dragons goal. Scored by number 2, Talia Stangerlin. Assisted by number 3, Tessa Sonati. So Howard continues to build up that lead. And Arundel now making a run in. Minnick trying to run it down. And Howard able to win a throw-in. And a couple of subs for the Dragons. Entering the game for the Dragons, number 21, Juliana Hill, and number 14, Anna Burns. So Burns and Hill will replace Scott and Stangerlin. And I do believe that Stangerlin will get a well-earned long break here, as she has just dominated every part of the game that she has been a part of. 3 goals in the contest, a hat trick for her. And I imagine Coach Seagroves will tell her it's time to maybe allow her teammates to get some more opportunities. Seagrove's always been very good about not trying to just pad stats for the sake of stats. Chalk Ramirez plays it to the corner for Trevane and just a little too heavy. Chalk Ramirez heads it forward. Minnick is trying to chase down, and she does a good job of forcing Stubbs to just play it out. Minnick hits it to the middle. Kelly is able to settle it down, but knocked away. And now Howard will look for a counter. Sonati plays it up for Hill, but it is Augustin who hits it out. And that is really where the danger lies for the Dragons. Just so many different weapons that they can use. A complete team. They've got defense, they've got the goalie, they've got the goal scoring. Coach Seagrove's talking about how this is just one of the most well-built teams from top to bottom she has ever had in her 23 years of coaching at Howard Community College. Sonati, great cross in. Burns couldn't quite catch up to the cross. Long boot ahead, Hatmaker easily collects, plays it wide. Hill was offsides and decides to just let it roll for play to continue. Chalk Ramirez again just flips it up and ahead. Nauman, she'll play it through. Ward is going to come way off her line, 20 yards out of her own goal, and plays it out for a Howard throw-in. Entering the game for the Dragons, number 9, Lily Scott. So Scott will re-enter the game as she will replace Jenna Nauman, who rarely gets a break. She is an Energizer Bunny in the middle of the field. And we'll take a well-deserved respite. Scott plays it to the corner for Hill. Hill takes a dribble to the corner even further. A left-footed cross, and Ward gets there ahead of Burns. Chalk Ramirez intercepted by Jackson. Howard looks to counter. Played through by Sonati. Hill is in on it. Juliana Hill. She'll flip it over and over the net as she tried to chip Ward. And just a little bit too much backspin as it sailed into the wind and over the crossbar. Played short. Burns all over it. Given away. Harriet takes a touch towards the middle. Left-footed shot will just scoot wide of the net. Howard now up to 29 shots, and Arundel still looking for their first. Chalk Ramirez takes it away from Nichols, who is attempting to play soccer while fixing her hair at the same time. Pretty impressive. Hatmaker plays it wide, and Stubbs just can't keep it in. Wall throws it high up the field. Minnick tries to control it. Hatmaker takes it away. Burns can't keep it in, and Wall will get a second attempt. Goes for more of a line drive approach. Wins another throw-in. Harriet keeps it in, plays it long. It's a foot race. Burns wins it. First touch ahead, gets it towards the goal, takes a shot, and saved there by Ward, who was in control of that near post. Coach Segro is telling her to try to aim for the far post on that one. Stubbs plays ahead. Harriet has some room to run. Burns trying to hold her offsides run. Played to the far post. Hill can't quite chest down, and she did handle that one just a little bit, but enough to get the foul called on her. Argabright trying to turn on Scott, but it's stolen away. Nichols hits it over the top for Burns. Burns trying to get there ahead of Wall and couldn't quite get there as Wall just shielded her off. Burns sticking with it and is called for the trip, and we will have our second card of the game as Anna Burns took her out from behind and gets the yellow card on. Yellow card to the Dragons, number 14, Anna Burns. Entering the game for Howard, number 2, Talia Stengerlin. For the Dragons, that is just their second yellow card assessed all season long, as inactive Yassine Kamara was the only other one to get one. That was in the first game of the year back on April 8th against Potomac State. So Howard not only just winning games with these, but also playing with great sportsmanship, and even that yellow card was a little bit on the soft side, but nonetheless, it will be Anne Arundel getting a shot off, and it is saved by Murray. And Murray gets her first save of the game. So Samantha Kelly gets not only the first shot, but the first shot on goal. And now it's Lily Scott. She's behind Jackson. Scott tries to cross it, gets it back, and will lose it. A couple of Anne Arundel players were fighting for the ball between each other, and it will go in the correct direction for the Blue Shirts. Nichols plays it back to Jackson. Scott with pressure behind her, taken away by Minig. Nichols switches the field to Harriet. Harriet's coming through. Ball knocked loose, still free. And a good play by Ward to just get enough of it to take it away. Stangerlin now to the corner. Cuts it back. What a play. She'll cross it in. Nichols collects. Nichols shot. Saved by Ward. Sarah Ward now up to 12 saves in the contest as she continues to give it her all to keep the ball out of the net. Punted away. Dragons get control again. Snotty. And can't keep that in on the sideline. Entering the game for the Riverhawks, number
number 7, Elizabeth Chance.
So Chance will return into the game for Anne Arundel as Evangelista will take a break. Play will continue on the far sideline. Anne Arundel pushing bodies forward, trying to get some more pressure. Crossed into the middle. Pressure by Trevane, but Murray gets there first. Haley Murray, now in her 7th game of the season, has only had to make 17 saves. Through ball by Nichols. Hill gets there first. Hill tries to find the corner. Saved by Ward again. Sarah Ward just doing a fantastic job in net for Anne Arundel. Ward might surpass her counterpart Murray for saves in this game alone that Murray has had all season long. That ball hit off of the referee's back and to midfield. Nichols plays through 2, can't get through the third one, but a foul is called on Anne Arundel as there's a little bit of a pullback. Three Dragon players over the ball right now with Hatmaker, Nichols, and Harriet, numbers 5, 6, and 7, having a discussion. And they kind of show their hand there as they started to run their play before the referee blew his whistle. Now they're going to try again, the two players shielding it. Nichols will go for the long shot, and that will sail wide. Short goal kick by Ward. Stangerlin will take the long shot. That one will go wide. Scott chested down. Plays it wide to Harriet. Harriet does a little step over. Still Harriet's. Now to the inside. Her shot is blocked. A second attempt. That one by Nichols. That one's blocked as well. Scott to the corner. Crosses it in. Stangerlin. She whiffs. Hill will take a second try at it, and that will go over there and will be a goal kick. Thought there might have been a deflection on that, but referee simply signals to play the ball immediately in front. Jackson will take that goal kick, but it's across the middle of the field. Howard gets control again. Nichols plays it to the corner. Harriet turns, crosses in, knocked straight up into the air. Stangerlin will head it towards net. Saved by Ward. Sonati plays through. Hill has some traffic in front of her, decides to play it back to Nichols, who's under pressure, taken off of her by chance. Now it's Scott. Tries to play a through ball to Stangerlin. And Wall does a good job of brick walling Sangerland out of that play. Cross into the middle, whiffed by a quartet of players. Now played out by Kelly. Through ball. And Hill is once again offsides. Jackson plays it long. Only Argabright is up there for Anne Arundel, but it's going to be played out by Zubak. Once again, Howard switching formation to go to more of a 4-4-2 with Hatmaker and Zubak trying to fill that center defensive role that Janish is no longer in after her injury in the first half. Entering in the game for the Dragons, number 16, Jenna Nauman, and number 14, Anna Burns. So the Dragons trying to ease Snotty back in the lineup. This long ball, Nauman is in. Nauman takes the shot, saved by Ward at the edge of her box. And the referee is looking towards his assistant on the sideline to see if Ward was able to keep that inside of her box and not be outside of it. And it was confirmed that she was good. So good communication by the referee's crew there. Through ball by Scott. Wall gets to it first, plays it back. The dangerous play, though, and Ward has no choice but to hit it towards the sideline. Harriet to the corner. Nauman has it hit away by Wall, and it will be another corner kick for Howard. The 7th corner for the Dragons. This will be Harriet's taking it. What a ball into the back post. Nichols gets her head on it but goes backwards. Nauman. Back to Zubak. Zubak is going to lift a ball towards the opposite side. A couple of Anne Arundel players run into each other. Harriet's plays it around. Harriet's has it knocked away by Trevane. Recovers in the corner. Tries to show footwork to the middle. Hill was there. Hill chested down. Shot. Burns. That one is saved. Anna Burns denied. Ball still in play. As Nichols tried to play it back to Burns, but Burns was not quite aware of that one. And Ward with a point blank save. Played to the corner. Hill crosses it in, tries to find Burns. Burns can't get to it in time. Crossed in, and it's in the goal! Wow. Madeline Nichols. I don't know if she was trying to do that or not. In the end, it's going to go down as a shot and a goal. But she just was able to chip that over Ward and into the net. And the Historic run of Madeline Nichols continues as she adds another goal to her name.
Dragons goal. Scored by number 6, Madeline Nichols.
And Arundel now trying to make a run with the Dragons ahead 7-0. Riverhawks really want to try to get on the board as they just unable to get through the stone wall of the Howard defense. Dooley will play it long up to Kelly, tries to control it down. She's able to get the ball under her feet, plays it through, but there are just no Riverhawks making a run. Chalk Ramirez tries to catch up to it, but Murray well off her line and plays it safely out. For Nichols, her 9th goal of the year, 24 points on the season. She continues to show why she is one of the best players in the NJCAA. A little bump from behind by Hill, foul called. And Arundel's coaching staff instructing Jackson to take it. She'll chip it into the box dangerously, and Hatmaker just kind of fooled everybody into thinking she was going to head the ball and ends up just letting it sail right over her, allowing Murray to come out of her goal line and pick it up. Murray with a low punt finds Nichols. Nichols flips it over for Burns. Burns trying to get through it. Still Burns. Burns tries a shot. And as she flips over, we'll just watch the ball sail wide. "15 minutes remaining in the Dragons regular season finale. Ball goes out of play, and both teams will make a substitution.
Entering the game for Arundel, number 25, Alexis Arias. And for the Dragons, number 3, Tessa Sinati.
Through ball into it. Sinati shot, goal! Tessa Sinati puts it in. And Jenna Nauman was the one that put in the through ball to get Sinati through. Howard adds another one.
Dragons goal. Scored by number 3, Tessa Sinati. Assisted by number 16, Jenna Nauman.
So Sinati scoring makes her the 5th different Dragon to score goals in this game. As Stangerland has 3. Nichols added her 2nd just a few minutes ago. Goals also coming from Scott and Hill in this contest. And again, just talking about the depth of the Dragons, they now have 2 goals and 2 assists from their bench, with Sinati having a goal and 2 assists, and Hill adding a goal. Speaking of Hill, she was trying to make a run down the right side. Jackson just picks her pocket, plays it through. Anne Arundel's got 5 bodies forward on this one, and Hatmaker trips her up. Foul is called. Mittig just flips the ball out as that one probably stung just a little bit. She seems to be getting up a little gingerly. And Arundel now will put 7 players right in the box. So they see this as their opportunity to try to get one back. Jackson hits one into the box. Handed forward by Arias, and that is called for a foul. Arias was going for the Diego Maradona play there and couldn't get away with that one. Arias plays it up to Trevane. To Kelly. Room to work with here. That's Argabright. Tried to take on Hatmaker. Hatmaker shuts the door. Nauman plays it wide to Nichols. She'll play it forward to Burns. Burns is onside. Burns in a foot race with Augustin. Burns with the shot to the back post, and that will go just wide. But give credit to Burns, who listened to her coach's advice and went for the far post that time and just couldn't quite find the net. And Stangerlin will take over for Burns, who put in a great run there.
Entering in the game for the Dragons, number 2, Talia Stangerlin.
Argabright taken away by Zubak. Zubak hits it right off the back of Lily Scott. Trevane trying to find Argabright. Stangerlin fights through it, gets it up to Nichols. Nichols 4-on-2 here. Nichols plays it over to Nauman. Nauman plays to Hill. Hill is in. Shot saved by Ward, and Ward read that all the way as she was in the perfect position to block that one. Sonati gets it back to Scott. Scott has her cross blocked. Only 10 minutes remaining. Chalk Ramirez, she's got room to run. Plays it up to Minnig. Taken away by Hatmaker. Howard had too many bodies forward. Now they're caught on the counterattack. Jackson cuts it out nicely. And Nauman will get it under control for Howard. Stubbs was trying to play it forward to Sonati, Sonati realizing that she was offsides, decided to just hold her run. Ward boots it up to midfield, under the foot of Nichols. Argabright plays it wide. Kelly gives it away. Stangerlin goes for the pass to the middle. Jackson under a lot of pressure. Good job getting it away. She had to get that one right. Hatmaker controls it. Stubbs gets it forward. Wall trying to get around Sonati, and on a second chance does it. Arias flips it forward. Headed forward by Argabright. Hatmaker clears it out. Trevane to the middle. Blocked off by Arias. Plays it low. Hill to Stangerlin. Flips it over, and Nichols trying to run. Look at the speed of Nichols, but blocked off nicely by Augustin, who just cut off the angle. And it will be out for a throw-in.
For the Riverhawks, number 16, Maria Ward. And for the Dragons, number 5, Rebecca Harriet.
Dragons in their last few minutes as Stangerlin gets past her defender again. Stangerlin looking for options. She'll take a shot for the top corner and finds it as it goes off of the inside of the post and scores her 4th of the game. What a game for Talia Stangerlin. Perhaps the only critique of her season, her amazing season so far, has been her shooting, and she has answered all those questions. With 4 goals in this contest. Ward throws it forward, trying to find Argabright. This time she'll kick it forward, and Murray will come off her line to take it. Information on the Region 20 tournament will be posted on the website www.howardccdragons.com. As Nichols plays through Scott, Scott has Harriet's wide open on the side, tries to play her through. Harriet's takes a touch, shot blocked by Jackson. So make sure to keep up with all that information as it will be updated very shortly with all of the time, date, location, and opponent. And Arias called for the foul and gets a little talking to by the referee. I have a feeling that if it wasn't for the fact that Arias was already on a yellow card, she might have picked one up there, but the referee of the game not wanting to send off a player in these circumstances just says calm it down a little bit. Headed away by Jackson. Scott tries to run through it. Ward clears out. Augustin. Stangerlin takes it away. Plays it wide to Sonati. Sonati's got room to run. Sonati takes one more touch to the end line. She'll go for a shot. Saved by Ward. Sarah Ward now with 18 saves in the game, and in fact, she has surpassed Murray's season total for saves in this game alone. This is Maria Ward. Plays a give and go with Minnig. Stubbs plays it out, and it will be a throw-in. Long throw-in by Ward. Minnig will take the shot, and that will sail wide. And Arundel collects their second shot of the game, and that one just misses being on goal. This is just game 1 of the doubleheader today, as the Dragons and Riverhawks will see their men take this field at 4 p.m. Dragons flip it forward, and it is hit out That one will surely be much more of an even contest as both teams coming in with winning records and having good seasons. Should be a pretty hotly contested match. So make sure to stick around. Nichols dribbles it up, and that pass can't connect. Dragons currently ranked number 3 in the country for the NJCAA Division II, and you can see why. Previously beating the number 1 team, CCBC Essex. Nichols will try a long shot that will curl wide of the net.
Entering the game for the Riverhawks, number 10, Skylar Trevin.
Played forward, Arundel trying to make one last run. Chalk Ramirez, that one's blocked by Scott, but will go all the way to Ward. Bounces over the heads of a trio of players. Settled down by Minnick. Plays it through to Argerbright. Argerbright is in. Shot saved by Murray. And considering the fact that Haley Murray has had very little to do all day long, that is incredibly impressive to just step up when you're needed. After 89 minutes of play, really being forced to make the first big save of the game, and she did it with confidence. Dragons know that both of their players are offsides. Now Sonati will make the run, and she is called for the offsides. Jackson boots it long, headed up by Scott. Nichols will boot it forward, and Harriet will try to chase this one down. She'll go to the corner. Played out by Dooley. And with just 10 seconds remaining, that might just do it, as the Dragons will complete a perfect regular season. They are 7-0 and will go into the postseason with everything going their way. Dragons finished up with 49 shots, 28 on goal. Anne Arundel, 3 shots, 2 on goal. Sarah Ward making 18 saves for her team, but ultimately it is the Dragons who will come away with the victory. Again, stick around. The men's game will start at 4 p.m., just about an hour and 8 minutes away. Final score here in Columbia, Howard 9, Anne Arundel 0.